And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting and slightly psychotic Vobes one-eyed Kenobi Shobi with a bald scalp on the top of his head, with the lovely Julia.
Hello, Richard, and everybody.
And everybody.
And
how is the lovely Julia?
I'm good.
Oh, excrement.
For now.
Well, yes, till the end of the show. Till the end of the show, ladies and gentlemen. And then it all goes pickpocketing pear-shaped. Anyway, so it's nice to be... Oh, no, we're not in 2021 quite yet. I thought...
No, we don't get away with it that easy.
Oh, that's a shame.
We've got a few more days.
Yeah. Oh, think. I thought it was that time already.
Well, it's coming upon us.
Is it coming upon? Hang on, I think the camera seems to be in the wrong place at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to shunt it over there. There we go. Look at that. That's so much better. You see the better. See my good side and my other good side. You don't see my backside, which is a good thing. Now, I gather that there are 84 people out there in the stalls getting wet in the rain. You better let them in.
Better had.
Yes, because it's
I
been
thought you'd unlocked the door already.
I forgot. I've put the key down somewhere.
So the tea's getting cold, the coffee's getting cold, and the biscuits are getting soft.
The biscuits, I'm afraid, have not been replenished since before Christmas. They might be a bit soggy.
Well, it's just as well I bought extra new tins then, isn't it?
Oh, nice.
Extra new tins?
Can people eat
Is that
extra?
tautology again?
Yes, it could. Extra new tins. No, I don't know. Extra new tins.
Extra new.
What was the one I said earlier today? I said something like newly...
No, it was massive tall.
Oh, yes, massive tall.
Well, yeah,
or
you were reading it, so it's
it's
not your words, was it?
No. Oh, yes, that's all right. So, hello to people.
Hello.
Hello. Very nice to see you. Thanks very much for coming in. It's good of you to make the effort on this Monday, Grizzly Monday.
Do you see how quickly I can spit out some names?
Go on, spit them.
Right, just assume everybody's lovely because you are.
Yes, you're all lovely. Who was that?
Oh, excuse me.
Who's that? The grizzly cough.
That was me.
Oh, that was you. I thought
Yeah,
that was...
I am first on the list.
All right.
According to mine.
Yeah.
We have the lovelies. Ernie Samet, Vincent Quill, Nuka Seaglass, Judith. There was a conversation between them at the beginning. Billabong O'Neill, Kerry Baldwin, Station Master Choice, Sean Games Cameron, Kate Evans, Glyn Horton said that one. Connor's Dark Corner, Aubrey Forbes Hamilton, Dave of Yore, At Home with Mindy, said you. Josephine Souter, Billabong, said you. Tracy Strickland, Mottram, Wilf Meyer, the Green Man, Andy Dalgleish.
Andy Dalgleish, yeah.
Tall Podge.
Tall Podge, big fat tall one.
Oh, Ron Langley. Ian Dance. Anna Jones. There's so many more showing up on yours there than down here.
What? I can't help that.
Jackie Traynor, Nigel Sadler, Phil Carter.
You might
Paul
be watching
Cockerill,
a different show.
Mark's Beautiful Landscapes, Michael White, Tracy Murphy.
Yes.
I think. Oh, Stephen.
Stephen.
Emond.
Yes.
Emond.
Yes.
And Leonard Smith.
Oh, and Leonard Smith, who says, I blame John Noakes, as he was the first proponent of tautology on the BBC that he can remember. And what was the kind of thing that John Noakes would say on the BBC that would be tautologist? Whilst you're thinking of that, with the old long memory...
Can you hear my brain going, crunk, crunk? No?
You remember John Noakes?
No.
Get down, Shep. Do you remember that?
No.
Iconic. Get down, Shep. Oh, well, there's no hope.
Bernie says get down, Shep.
Get down, Shep. Yeah, that's the name of the dog. John Noakes was one of the presenters on Blue Peter in something like 1901. And he recently died, didn't he? He had a bit of dementia, I think. I don't know what colour. I don't know what colour it was. It's a shame.
If only dementia was that funny.
Yes, I know. Well, my dad died of it, and I'm sure it's catching me up. What did you say your name was?
My name is from now on I shall be known as
So on the show tonight, along with me and we do have 3 of your videos. In fact, Nikki Newglass, Nootka Seaglass, sorry, not Newglass, I've just renamed you, has sent in 2 videos. But we have a golden rule here that we only play 1 video from a person unless I happen to make a mistake and forget the golden rule. And that rule was only made up a few minutes ago. So
well, it makes sense to save one for
yes,
Wednesday.
it's like always, just in case, because I always have that fear. There's that fear in which I have to grip my mouth with my fingers, like that, that somebody may not send a video in. And it'll be me, just here, stark naked in front of the... Well, not literally naked. Naked as in... now, don't get excited. Because you'll see all my ears and everything. That naked without material is what I mean. Would the what come off? No. The spies?
Spines.
Oh, the
spines. I don't know. I was just trying to make a really bad joke.
That's almost like 5G.
I don't know. Okay, I'm picturing some sort of bearded dragon.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes, you did that. Do that again. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like you all now, wherever you are, I know, especially if you're in a room where you've got headphones on, you're watching this on a phone, and there's other people around you, you know, watching something else, just go... For no reason, see if anybody notices. I'd be absolutely amazed. If you're travelling on a train or driving a lorry and you're doing this, please keep your hands on the steering wheel. Yes. But otherwise... Please do that. It would just give us so much pleasure to know that you've done it. Of course, you may not. You could lie and say you did do it. But there we are. Michael White says, get down Valerie. Yes, because Valerie Singleton was also one of the presenters. How many presenters of Blue Peter can...
Do you know what year that was then?
Well...
Because I was probably in Saudi Arabia
You were probably inside your mother's stomach. It was... Maybe. Well, not the stomach, actually.
Well,
there
no,
might have been an area close to it.
Her womb, her
well, certainly in the late 60s,
thank you.
70s, early 70s.
Yeah, before my time.
Before her time. When were you born again?
81.
1991.
81.
1881. A pup.
1881.
Cheeky.
You're cheeky whatnot.
Yeah, cheeky whatnot.
Oh, wait till I get older and you like that.
Why? What will happen? You'd probably strangle me, knowing you.
Why wait?
Or you'll just get hold of Joe and you'll send him after strangle me.
Joe, sick him.
Yes, he's
throw pebbles at him. He taught me how to throw them.
You are in my bubble.
Yes.
So I can pop round your house and cause trouble. But when I popped round the last time, little Joe at Christmas time has been given this hammer, this mallet. I mean, it's like one of these whack-a-mole things, and he loves it. But he can just whack very hard, unprotected craniums.
Yep.
And seeing my cranium... yeah, thanks, Joe. Yeah, all right,
Joe.
The
funny thing is, you are the person who also taught him how to hit people on the head with things.
I didn't.
Oh, didn't you?
I did. It was a bit of fun at the time. Mark's beautiful
it's great
landscape.
Being a godfather, isn't it?
It is lovely being a godfather. It's like he looks at me and goes, "Oh God, it's that father."
He goes, "Yay, mischief!"
Mischief. Uncle Vobes is here. Mark's beautiful landscape says landcape, which is an interesting place.
A land cape.
Yes,
a
land cape.
A cape of land.
Oh, have you seen this? This came.
Oh yes, this is
the
brilliant,
welcome
isn't it?
mat.
I haven't seen it in the canvas before.
Yes, it's actually got to go in here. I was wondering if you're able to work out how this goes together.
The show is now being hosted by Mark and Nikki.
Aren't they a married couple now?
No, but they're engaged. Woo!
I mean, yeah, we heard
very
on the grapevine that they've been engaged to be married, as opposed to, well, what else would you be engaged to? Well, to draw a painting. I thought it would be quite... I've kept this since the day it arrived, because I couldn't be bothered to open it. And now I can't open it. See, what you need is razor-sharp nails. I've got keys. The key to my van. Even that doesn't do it.
I've got it open a little bit here, look.
This is sort of a test. That,
almost, nearly.
I wonder if we get invited to the wedding.
I don't know.
Down there in Cornwall.
Depends.
Mousel, Richard, it's Mousel.
Depends
where are you going to
when they get married, doesn't it?
Where are you going to get married? Mark, are you going to get married in Mousehole? It's Mousehole, Richard, Mousehole.
By the way, Mark, I hope you don't mind we just announced that for you.
Yeah, I hope it's not a secret, because we can retract it. Or dictate. What is that thing the government's good at?
Dictating?
No. Didactic. No, what is it they do with the black pen?
Redact.
Redact. Yes, redact. Talking of that, remember Dactari? They did a lot of redactions.
No, Sean James Cameron says a YouTuber is the newest Blue Peter presenter.
Oh, a YouTuber. I mean, a YouTuber.
And he also says there have been 40 Blue Peter presenters. Just counted them all.
Oh, blimey. That gives you something to do, doesn't it?
Ron Langley is asking, have you got next year's calendar yet?
No, we haven't got next year's calendar.
Calendar.
But we do want one. We need a calendar with pictures of the Vobes on it. Now, I'm assuming that this must go... I don't know which way around. I suppose it like this. This must be the top.
Yeah, one would think.
Oop, mind you, Ed. And, I get it. This slides in here.
Oh.
Slide a cockle to Banbury Cross and see if he will do something on the pavement.
Oh, right.
Did you ever make one of these up, Mark? Actually, this...
Oh, it's magnets.
Oh, it's magnet.
Clever.
I was trying to... These are giant chopsticks, aren't they? Do you think Nikki uses these giant chopsticks?
I don't know.
Because, she's from Chop Suey land. Is that inappropriate? Probably.
I don't know, but it's dodgy ground that I wasn't going to bother going on because I don't know.
I go on dodgy ground. Right, here we go. Look, here we go round the marketplace, the marketplace,
they
the
don't
marketplace.
Work as,
here we go round the marketplace.
Really don't.
There we go. Look.
Oh.
Gosh.
Oh, still.
Anyway, that's great for Halloween, isn't it? I think Mark could have shaved, though, don't you? I mean, he could have shaved. Look, he's unshaven. So's Nikki. Well, no, Nikki's is on... What are you doing?
How did you get this on? But you keep waving it around everywhere.
Sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen. Please talk about yourselves.
I think they are.
Oh. There we are.
Something like that.
Ta-da! And now, ladies and gentlemen, for my next trick. You see it? And it's gone. Anyway, as a welcome mat, it's great.
All that faffing and you've broken it.
What, me?
Yeah, it's easy to put that together.
Yeah, we put that back together. Actually, we could get one with pictures of us and use those things, couldn't we? We'll have to see if we can get one done for the Vogue show, for the Monday show. That would be great. We'll use the same bit of wood. They won't know. How will they know? Nigel Sadler says, I'm designing the 2022 calendar. The current one runs out on the 31st of January 2021. It's still here. We have got December on. Shall we have a look and see who's... We have a preview of who's on the next one. It's great.
It is.
Yeah. Josephine Suter says, what have you two been up to today in this awful weather? What have you been up to today in this
hiding from this awful weather.
Oh, yes, that's true. I didn't go out. I recorded another video for people to watch. Do you know, that's becoming a bit of a habit of me now, recording videos for people to watch.
Yeah.
I could almost do it professionally.
Almost.
I will ignore
You set
that.
me up for that one.
Yes, I did.
Had to take it.
Station Master's Choice says, well, at least Richard is ready for next Christmas now. Yes. In what way am I ready for it? I've got rid of... You may have noticed, ladies and gentlemen, the 21 days after Christmas... What, 12 days? How many days is it after Christmas you're supposed to count before you take all the decorations down? Is it 21 days?
No, isn't it 6?
Is it 6 days?
The 6 days of Christmas?
When do you start counting from? When you're supposed... when is the last... What do they call it? It's not Lent, is it? Is it borrow? No.
No, it's not Lent.
No, we should know all these things.
About Easter time.
Who else have we got? Ron Langley says, nearly
days.
choked on my cup of tea when you said that, Richard.
Yep.
Said what? Whatever it was. I said something was enough.
Don't remind him.
Anyway, Judith says, congratulations to Mark and Nikki. Well done. We want to know when the big day is, because I want to block off a few dates on my calendar and make sure I'm busy. What do you... Oh, yeah, I've read that.
If we're lucky enough to get invited, that is.
We'll get invited. How could they have a wedding without us?
Well, quite easily, actually.
I mean...
It would be nice to be there. It would be lovely.
The last
More than
couple
lovely.
to get married without us was the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. And they had...
And look what trouble they're in.
I know, exactly. They had no claim to that title. I think we would make a better Duke and Duchess of Sussex. The amount of wandering around Sussex that we've done and put videos out.
Promoting Sussex.
Yes, see, we would be much better at that. I think I'll have a word with them. And plus the fact they're living in sodding another country. Where is this sodding another country anyway? I've been looking for it for years. Nigel, it's read Nigel Sadler's.
Station Master's Choice. Anyone have any damage in the storm? I lost my gable end ridge tile.
Oh gosh, where did you put it? Who was that?
That was Station Master's Choice.
You
Bernie.
lost his gable end.
Yeah,
it's always a pain when you lose your gable end. It can
You know that
twang.
spiky bit on the top of conservatories, the modern plastic conservatories?
Yes.
Yeah, ours is sheared off.
Oh, sheared off.
Sheared off.
Shed a tear for Julia's sheared off.
And then last night woke up to a bit of a puddle in the conservatory.
Couldn't get it to the loo in time. Poor old Joe.
Budumtish.
Now, we have some videos, of course, but we're not quite at the video time yet. So let us, in this time, we will open the phone for a call. See if that little thing will ring. Ring.
Oh, I was going to say, Nikki,
ting,
give us a call and tell us what awful thing happened to you today. I actually thought you said...
Nikki Newglass.
I read violently attacked, abused.
Newt, what's her name again?
Nootka Seaglass.
Nootka Seaglass. Give us a call. Oh, no, you can't. You're in the depths of Cornwall. Norfolk. Another out-of-the-way
it's the whole
place.
private number thing.
Oh, she said there was a no signal.
Oh.
Yeah, this isn't a private number. I've put it up on the screen.
Hers is private number.
Oh, hers is
so
a
she can't call in because you've blocked them.
Oh, yes, that's true. I wonder if I can unblock you. I wonder how the hell you do that live on a...
Yeah, I suppose if you already have her number, then...
I don't know what her number is. You could text your number...
If you text your number, yeah.
Can I unblock it from there? We can do wonders
Maybe.
on this show, ladies and gentlemen. Absolute wonders.
That's if you want to call in, that is.
Yes, no, don't feel obliged. It'd be lovely to talk to you personally, in the personal capacity of people.
Andrew Norris says, Storm? We had another earthquake. Milder than last time, but still scary. I bet. Ooh.
By the way, Nuke Seaglass, if you happen to have What's Up with WhatsApp, stupid name, but if you've got that, we can receive internet calls on WhatsApp, private numbers or not. Can we? Yeah. Does that work on private numbers? I'm just saying it.
I don't know.
We don't know. We could test it. Nuka says, yes, Julia, you're right. Read the privacy thing, read the number. Daniel Swan says, is Julia drinking from a unicorn mug? I'm late to the show. If this has already been discussed, please ignore me. No, it never gets discussed at all on this show. And
I've had this on the show for a couple of years, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, at least a year,
That's been on the show before I joined.
I can't remember if... Oh, yeah, no, this is one I bought myself.
I think because Julia started this show before I came along, I wasn't even a thing. Whoa! Steady. Right. We're going to try and take this call. And I assume this is...
The lovely Sean James Cameron.
No, this must be Nikki Newtgar. Hello?
Sean James Cameron from Tier 4.
How did you know that?
His picture on the phone.
Oh, you fool! You fool! You're not supposed to be using WhatsApp. We were trying to get...
It's a test. He's testing. He's helping us.
I thought I'd give it a quick test.
Oh, see? Oh, well,
indeed. Thank
yes,
you, Sean.
Please accept my absolute condolences for making a complete mockery of your test.
What I want to know is, what time are you going out on the boat to get the fish tonight?
On the boat?
Jumper.
Oh, in this jumper. Oh, well, I want to get out there before the French start coming and taking their 50%.
Barry Island's a good place to
Barry
go.
Island. Where is Barry? I was reading about Barry Island only earlier today. Is it somewhere near Wales?
Barry Island is about 30 minutes from Cardiff, and it's where they set Gavin and Stacey.
Who's Gavin and Stacey?
The popular BBC comedy show last 10 years.
Right, I haven't seen that. Is it good?
I don't think it's that good.
All right, cool.
I think I've seen about one episode, and that's all.
Right. But it's an island. Is it like the Isle of Wight, that sort of thing?
No, there's
a palm tree and a sand pit.
Well, it's a strange thing because when the tide goes out, the channel belongs to Bristol, to England, and when the tide is in, it belongs to Wales.
Oh, does it? When the tide goes in, it belongs to what? So it changes.
Where is this?
This is Barry Island.
Oh.
And who is it? Who's the island? Which is the Barry that it's named after?
I'm not quite sure.
Oh, find out,
You
would
go
you?
to school with
Could
me,
it
so I
derive
don't know.
from
Yeah.
barrow?
Barrow and furnace, is it?
Well,
Wheelbarrow?
As in long barrow?
No,
maybe?
Barry.
Don't know.
As
Yeah, I
in
know.
Barry.
Don't
As in
worry.
Humphreys.
Yes, I just thought the word
I'm
might have
free.
devolved.
And also, Tiger Bay
Yes.
is in Cardiff, which is now referred to as Cardiff Bay.
Oh, why was it called Tiger Bay? Was it because they were importing lots of tigers?
I think it was something to do with the Caribbean and that a lot of ships were coming from the Caribbean.
Do they have tigers
and
in
there
the
was
Caribbean?
And there was a big... no, but I'm stalling to put it into Google.
Oh, oh, you cheeky sod!
But apparently there was a very big
Yeah.
Somali community there.
Ah, that would explain from the book that we were reading. There was a lot of Somalis.
But I've just got this from the back of my memory. The
Yeah.
Tiger Bay
Yeah.
was known as Tiger Bay
Yeah, on Google.
for the fierce currents around the local tidal stretches of the River Severn.
Good. Thanks for that, Google. I mean, what was his name again? Sean James.
Yes, JC.
Yes.
But it's completely. If you think about Tiger Bay
Yeah.
and look at the area now, it's completely changed.
Is
It's
it-
like where the docks were, where the ships used to come in, are now streets.
Are
And
they?
the streets that used to be streets are gone, flattened, and the community was all pushed out.
Is it like tiger bread?
Only with
Yeah.
a bit of butter on top.
We needed a tumbleweed in that gap.
We
didn't
needed tumbleweed, but there was none forthcoming. Thank
Shirley
you very.
Bassey was born in Tiger Bay.
Oh right. What about Barry Sheen, Barry Chuckle, Barry White, Barry?
To me, to
These
you,
are all
to you.
suggestions.
These are all suggestions of people who must have been born on the island of Barry.
Well, there was a very famous
Barrymore?
rugby player as well,
Oh yeah. What was his name? Wheelbarrow. Oh no.
Barry.
Barry, get the van. Good. Shirley Bassey was from Tiger Bay. We've just heard that from Robert Brailsford, as well as yourself.
She was, and a few years ago, about 15 years ago,
Yeah.
they wanted to give her the freedom of Cardiff, and they were going to name a street after her,
Yes.
called Shirley Bassey Way.
Oh. Hang on a
But
minute.
it-
Just one moment. I've got to just do this. Goldfinger! I had to do my Shirley Bassey impression. Realistic. You thought she was in the room then, didn't you?
But she didn't. It
Come
was
in there.
turned.
She was just outside the
The
door.
idea went flat because the street they picked
Yes.
is the street that she used to, well, let's just say, pick up a bit of trade from.
Street walk. Is that what you're saying?
Well, many a story have been
Allegedly.
said.
Goldfinger!
There's many a story up in the valleys that she used to perform and do a few songs in the club
Yeah.
and spend her money, and then she wouldn't have no money to go home. So she did a few little tricks. So made a rabbit disappear for an extra 5 guineas.
Perfect. I would see that.
But just go back to Barry Island.
Oh, do we have to?
It's now come back to me. It's named after the 6th century saint called Baruch.
Yeah, of course it is. Do you know that Wikipedia entry has actually been edited since before the show started, and somebody has just wound you up?
If I may interject, Glyn Horton says Barry Island had a Butlins and a fun fair. There was also a big scrapyard full of steam engines which have been saved by the Heritage Railways. And Station Master's Choice says St Baruch gave his name to Barry Island.
I would like to know, well done people, well done for that, but I would like to know, how do you get the traction engines across the sands to Barry Island? Oh, you could do it on a boat, I suppose. Yes, I suppose you're on a boat. That would have been silly if that had been true. Thank you very much. We want to
the
get
best.
Nukas Seaglass on the show.
Nostar.
Yeah, must. What's goodbye in Welsh?
Hoyle.
Hoyle.
How do you spell that?
How do you spell Hoyle? Hoyle.
It's like as if you're trying to bring up a bit of phlegm. Hoyle.
Isn't that all of the Welsh language? Is like,
And good night is Nostar.
oh, good Noster.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, good Noster. Is that like Paternoster? Have they paid?
Au revoir.
Au revoir, Arrivederci. There we are. That was Sean James Cameron beating Nootka Seaglass to the Penny Arcade. If you'd like to give us a call.
She says she's texted.
Oh, right, texted. We can't ring. Oh, we might be able to ring back on the. We could ring back on the WhatsApp because what texted? It's Nikki. Oh, look, there we are. Can you copy that number?
I can
You can't ring it because there's no credit.
No, but I can save the number.
Yeah.
Add to contacts, and then maybe
we could try the WhatsApp
because it's no longer.
This is all very. Look here. Oh no, I was going to show you.
Unknown.
Don't show you
private number. Create contact.
Yeah, create the contact. Hang on a minute.
Nikki.
N-I-K-I-K-I-K-C.
Might have spelt your name
and
wrong.
the Sunshine Band.
Oh yeah, I did.
Do you remember Casey?
Nick 8.
Nick 8. Right, so now go to WhatsApp.
She doesn't have WhatsApp.
Oh, well that's no bloody good. Then we're trying to ring you on the WhatsApp.
Oh yeah, we could ring out on the WhatsApp, but
she hasn't got it.
No, but if she could try calling now.
Oh, I see, because the
phone
number will
has
come
her
up.
number.
Try calling on the phone. I'll tell you what the number is. It's 0793 4746 790. And then we should get it on the phone and we should be able to non-reject it.
Maybe.
We don't know. I've put a thing on. I put a curse on the phone because there was a spate of
when you
yobbos.
first got this phone sorted out.
Yeah,
in the
yobbos
studio.
were just ringing us up and they making a nuisance. So I said, right, anybody with a private number, sod 'em, because they kept hiding their number. And so when they rang, and then one time they realised, well, we'll just ring without making it private. So one of them rang up, was doing this abuse, but I had his number, so I rang him back. How did I ring him back?
No, you didn't ring him back.
Oh,
You
no, I
handed
gave his number
to
out.
everybody.
That's right, I gave his number out. Oh, that was hilarious. I gave his number out, and of course that stopped them dead. As soon as they realised I was going to go, yes, and you can give this person some abuse. 0793 4746 790. And I just gave them, and it was hilarious.
It was funny. Station Master's Choice says, I went round the scrapyard in 1972. What a place. I do wonder, though, if he hadn't so many goods wagons to scrap first, we would have so many more locos now.
Ah, what does that mean?
It means what it said.
Well, what did you say?
Bash the microphone.
Yeah.
So if I'm guessing, if there hadn't been so many goods wagons to scrap first, as in if the yard wasn't so full of goods wagons, we could have more locos, as in the engine.
Yes. Good.
What don't get?
Well, how many of the other wagons did you need how many wagons of how many goods wagons to engines? What's the ratio?
I don't know, but it would have been nice to have had more locos than
yes,
wagons
definitely
saved.
Yes, maybe there were just more wagons than engines.
Well, inevitably.
Yes. Wagons roll, says James Cameron Sean. Barry
Is it
says,
wagons ho?
if you have permanently blocked your number, you can unblock it on a per call basis by dialing *39# before you
31.
Oh, yes.
Sorry.
So, Nootka, read that. Just tried calling, said, welcome to O2. What?
No, meaning it didn't accept the call.
I wonder if I can just temporarily... I tell you what, we'll put a video on,
Yes.
and then we'll see, whilst the video's on, we'll see if we can work wonders.
Nice.
Or I can get my phone number to Nikki Nootgar on an email on my home phone, which will accept calls from anybody, because I'm like that.
Sean James Cameron says all the locos went to Acapulco.
Oh, Acapulco.
Going loco down in Acapulco.
Do the locomotion with me. Did they not go to Australia, down to Ramsay Street? Kylie
the
Minogue,
locos.
Ramsay Street.
Yeah.
Get it? Right, let's go. Oh, wait.
Yay!
Nikki Senior, here we go.
Yay!
Hello. We've called.
Hello.
Hello. Is that Nikki, that Newt Garcia glass?
It is. It's Nikki.
Hello, Nikki. How are you?
Hi.
Hello. I tried the hash star thing and it worked.
Oh, it worked. Well done. Who
Nice.
suggested that? Give them a big round.
Dave of Yore.
Yeah.
And Barry Hughes as well.
And Barry Hughes.
Oh.
Well done for getting through from jolly old Norfolk. What's it like in
Yeah.
Norfolk at the moment?
It's been lovely all day.
What?
Apart from this afternoon, it rained for about an hour.
Oh,
That's
good.
it.
Oh,
So,
good.
yeah.
I don't feel so bad now.
No.
Everyone's in the same boat. You see, you can't hog all the sunshine over there. It always looks
No,
nice in your
can't.
videos.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's better than Yorkshire, where we come from. So,
What part of Yorkshire do you come from? The James Herriot stick your arm up a cow? No.
No, we do not. No,
Right, fair enough.
On the edge of the Peak District. So
Oh,
it's,
lovely.
Yeah, nice.
Edge of the-
yeah.
What part of the Peak District? Because I did some videos on the Peak District a
Yes,
couple of
I
years ago.
saw the Sheffield side.
Oh, the Sheffield side. Where's
Yeah,
the
you
Sheffield side?
did the. I think you did the.
We
was it
did the
Amber
Derbyshire
Valley?
side, didn't we?
You did. You did the Chesterfield side. Yeah.
All right, make your mind up. And we went to, was it Rock? The highest.
you did,
yes,
yes.
we went there.
Yeah.
That was nice. And the funny church, I can't remember what it was called, but
No, me neither.
Mr. Thank you for joining us is constantly getting. Do you remember he went there before we went there?
Yeah.
The day before. Did you?
I wasn't
Oh
there.
no, it was somebody else.
Wasn't it Kevin and Cynthia?
Oh yes, other people. So anyway, it's great to hear you on the thing. And did you go down to the beach today? Did you go down to the beach today to
No,
get some more new
no.
glass?
No, we went to Baconsthorpe Castle
But
today.
where's
so-
what is it? Bacon.
It's near Holt. Baconsthorpe Castle.
What a
near
lovely
Holt.
name.
I've never heard of that one.
Yeah.
That sounds lovely.
Baconthorpe. God.
Hey.
Yeah,
Baconsthorpe.
Baconsthorpe.
No,
Did you have any bacon?
No, because we're vegetarian.
Oh yes, of
so
course you are. I do beg your
yeah.
pardon. I'm sorry. I swore in
Right.
church.
You're forgiven.
Oh good. That's
this
nice.
time.
Only on this occasion.
Yeah.
You're much more forgiving than the lovely Julia.
Well, after the millionth time, you
Oh.
kind of lose her.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. Oh dear.
So that now I wanted to ask you. Your video you gave us the other day was about these
Yeah.
powders, and somebody asked a very
Ah,
good question.
yeah.
It's like, where do you get them from? And you say, I just buy them from a shop. So I had a look round
Yeah.
Morrison's, couldn't find any.
No, you can't buy it. Yeah,
just
independent
any
health food shops. They will sell them.
Mm.
But I get mine from Buy Whole Foods online
Ah.
or somewhere called Newcraft, and it's NUKRAFT. And they have all organic powders, which we have.
So
But
what did they
they're-
they freeze a bit? I suppose it's like the
freeze
coffee
dried.
process, isn't it? Where you get coffee
Yeah, it
beans
is. Yeah.
and you
yeah,
turn
it
them
is.
into lovely coffee powder.
Coffee, yeah, yeah, it
granules.
is, yeah. It's yeah, a little bit like that process, but it's just easy to get all the vitamins and the nutrients that you need
So-
for your day in a powder. It takes about, I don't know, 25 seconds.
Right.
that's all.
So that process of taking the real thing into powder
Yeah.
doesn't get rid of the minerals and nutrients.
No, it doesn't. They're more highly concentrated. Yeah, they're highly concentrated.
So is that better
so-
than having, because you saw the ginger
It-
one and you
it
said there's
is.
that lovely ginger
Yeah.
powder?
Yeah, it is. It's a lot better. Yes, it
Then-
is, especially
then
like with
th-
the blueberries and that, because sometimes blueberries aren't all that good quality once they reach the UK
Yeah.
from overseas. So it's better. if
Where
you
do the
can get
powder
them when they've
makers
been-
get the where do the powder
Yeah,
makers? It
powder
sounds-
makers. Yes,
Where do
I
the
like
powder
that.
makers get the fruit from or the stuff? They don't just nip down to Morrison's or wherever. Other supermarkets are equally atrocious.
No, they get them in the countries where they grow and
I
they
see.
freeze dry them on the plantations. But I think with us coming out of Europe now, we will struggle to get some of the powders that
Why?
We've been able to get because of the importation.
Would the-
I think they'll clamp down on what we can bring into the UK. So we foresaw this, and we've got stocked up on herbs, which some of our herbs, because I'm a herbalist, some of our herbs are obviously grown overseas. So we got stocked up before this Brexit issue So to make sure that I can treat my clients with the herbs that they need, and I'll always have a good supply.
See, I can't understand why they still wouldn't be able to. I mean, surely they will want to sell herbs and
Yeah, well,
things.
touch wood,
Well,
that
you
won't
know-
be affected too much. Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, you know what's happening with the food and the food shortages, with what's happening at Dover, just with the food. So, you know, the herbs will be low down on the priorities to bring them in.
You could fly them in, I suppose, couldn't you? Fly, because
Yeah,
they're quite
you could
light.
You could do, but yeah, we've got stocked
But
up
but
anyway,
not
so-
everything comes in at Dover, though, does it? I mean, you
It
could.
doesn't. It doesn't. That's
No.
right.
An awful lot
No,
does.
Well, I know. I'm just saying
yeah,
the stuff
a lot
that.
does.
Yeah. But anyway, so powders is
Yeah.
the way forward, then,
Yeah.
is it?
I think so, yeah, because you're getting all those nutrients. And I know people these days, if they don't have time to cook, or they don't cook from scratch, then you know, they're going to be missing out on a lot of what they can take internally. And by me showing them how they can do things, you know, in a powder, then it's helping them stay healthy as well. And as I say, it takes about 25 seconds to
Yes.
make it.
And is that? And what about that against the pills that you can buy in the shops?
No, they're no. If you're buying anything, say from, I don't want to mention any companies, but H&B, which are owned by Americans, they're very, very poor quality vitamins because they contain something called fillers and binders.
Oh, fillers and binders.
Yeah, so you're not actually getting much of the raw vitamin. So, for instance, you might only get 4% of the active ingredient, and the rest is just full of fillers and binders.
That's not good.
That's
No, it's not good.
Not good at all.
so.
No.
Is so? I'm just look. I've got
Stearings, vitamins.
some
Yeah.
chewable vitamin C, 200 grams, one a day. Orange.
And they've probably got aspartame in as well.
I can tell you
Have
what's
they?
in. Well, according to this, we've got bulking agent.
Yeah, bulking agent, that's the filler.
That's a bad thing to have,
Yeah,
presumably. That's
it is,
sorbitol, whatever
You'll
that
have
is.
got an anti-caking agent probably in there as well, which is not so good for you.
No, because we do like cake, so we don't want any anti-cakes.
No.
Sodium ascorbate.
Ascorbate, yeah, that's the active ingredient.
Oh, okay. And ascorbic acid.
Acid, that's one of the active ingredients as well. Yeah.
Maltodextrin.
Multidextrin, yeah, that's to stop it from separating.
Okay. Magnesium stearate.
Yeah, that's not so bad.
Sweeteners are
No.
aspartame.
Aspartame, I told you. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's a cancer-causing agent. You don't want to take that.
Oh, yeah, it's got a star here, and it says contains a source of phenylalanine.
Yeah, that's
Fen-
phenylalanine.
Yeah.
Phenylalanine.
Phenylalanine, la la la
Yeah, that's
la
not
la
good for you
phenylalanine.
either.
Is that not good for you?
No, they're all synthetically manufactured,
any of that crap.
which is not good.
Blimey.
So they're no good. So
They shouldn't be allowed to. They should not be allowed to sell any of this stuff, should they?
no, but they've all been licensed, so you can sell chemicals which are licensed for vitamins.
We
which
can
are
sell the
things that-
chemicals that will kill
Yeah.
you.
You'll need a
Yeah,
visit to see
so-
Kim Murden soon then, won't you?
Yes, well, I'm going to go and try and find this place. Hang on a minute. I'm going to have a quick look online now.
place?
This place that Sika Noogie has just been talking about. Hang on.
I love it.
What was the name of this outfit?
There's Newcraft, Nukraft.
Hang on a minute. NUK FT.
Yeah,
Newcraft.
Newcraft.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or there's buy whole
Is that
food
.com or
online.
something?
Yeah, I think I don't know. It might be .co.uk. I'm not sure about that.
Newcraft. Looking for. Oh, here we go. Looking for quality organic ingredients at wholesome
That's it.
prices.
Yeah,
We don't have any of that crap that other people put into their
That's
tablets.
it. Yeah.
Here we go. Look at this. They're getting a bit of free advertising. I've shoved it on the screen so people can have a quick gander to see what we're talking about. I mean, it's interesting, isn't it? I mean, who wants to
It
go
is,
and buy
yeah.
all this nonsense?
So, I mean, Richard, you might need the pot of your vitamins. The whole ingredients might be 1 teaspoon what I have per day in my juice.
Look at that. Berries and
So-
fruit.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Organic
Yeah.
Acai.
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 Yeah.
How does one know which ones to go for? Because there's so many organic raw cranberry, organic.
Yeah, that's what I had the other day in the powder that I've shown you.
Yeah.
And
Raw
the
blueberry. Oh yeah.
blueberry. Yeah, milk thistle.
Oh, the line's going a bit funny there.
And what? How big are these bags?
I think that they start at 100 gram, but I buy 500 grams at a time.
Greedy.
So they've got quite. I know they've got quite a good shelf life on them.
Have they?
So,
I'm going to have to buy some and see what happens. You see, I mean, one of the reasons I find this quite fascinating, not because I'm one of these. Hang on. I'm just trying to find my sodding mouse back. Oh, there we are. Yeah. Not because I'm one of these health kick loonies like you, but
Thank you.
No, I don't mean that in a nasty way.
No, I know.
But because that's your living and you do that. But I do want what has worried me over the last year and really the last 12 months, and I've been banging on about this, is the farming in this country is atrocious. We can't buy anything local. You can't buy stuff that's just around the corner and nice, and you could actually go and have a look at the quality of it and how it's grown. Yeah. So you don't know how it's grown. It comes from all sorts of different places, all sorts of different times of the year from whatever. And it doesn't contain minerals and vegetables in any way near what is good for you. Yeah, and the supermarkets sell it at 13p a pound or whatever it is. And it's bad for farmers, it's bad for everybody.
That's right, it is, yes. And your monoculture that you keep going on about. Now, we're quite lucky because we live in Norfolk, so it is quite an agricultural area.
But you're monoculture city, aren't you? In Norfolk?
No, not really. There's a lot of independent organic farmers and growers, and we have a veg box every single week, and it's full of organic produce, which is being produced either in Cambridgeshire, Suffolk, or Norfolk.
How much do you pay for your veg box, if you don't mind me asking?
No, I don't mind. We pay between £23 and £30 per week, but we have cut down on our bill, on our supermarket bill, by a third.
Wow.
So by shopping how we shop now, we've not been in a supermarket for, I think we're on week 30.
Gosh. Wow, so, that's very good.
Yeah, well done. We like it, but we know all where we're getting our stuff from. So, we're happy.
I've got a veg box. Actually, you'll see it just pop up on the screen if you're watching. From
yes, I can see that.
Yeah.
Riverford.
Unfortunately, it's empty.
Yeah,
It is empty.
Quite expensive. They're a quarter more expensive than what we pay from our local.
Right. That's that is the problem. I have tried to scout around locally for veg boxes.
Yeah.
There's very limited choice.
Yeah.
And they are. I know they are very. They're a bit more expensive. That's about that box though is about £12.
But did you choose your own? Because we choose our own to see, what we want to buy. So we have our own selection every single week.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's the way to try. And I'll have to go back on. I only did it 1 week because it bankrupted me.
Yeah, they're quite expensive, Riverford. So we prefer our local Arthur's. They call now. So, yeah, and we get about 7 or 8 different types of vegetables every single week. So and we have, I would say, it's a large box, so larger than the one that you would have.
So what I'm gonna make a proposition to you now, Nikki.
Yes, yeah.
I'm going to get you to email me if you don't mind. You don't have to do this. Don't feel that, but Julia is very good with a 12-bore shotgun. And
right.
So if you don't do it, there'll be trouble. I would like you, if you wouldn't mind, to recommend, not this second, but on an email, whatever, give it at least two seconds of thought. And a couple of, 2 or 3 of these bags of powder.
Right.
And I will go and purchase them, and then people can, and I'll do it on the show, and people can have a go. Brilliant. And I'll make a little video diary. Right, which I can play in on the Vobes show, and I will let you know if I feel more
better, energized.
Yes, energized, virile, and youthful, or even useful.
Okay, right, I'll do that.
And then it'd be well, and then people can see whether it, if I suddenly sprout lots of hair and a big moustache and all of that. that will be a failure. But if you know, if I suddenly feel a lot better, do you think I will notice after a month of taking stuff?
You have to give something 4 to 6 weeks.
There you go.
Any new regime that you try, I would give it 4 to 6 weeks. You should notice a difference. But we'll do that.
Just a quick catch up on the comments. Steve Barker says cheaper in Lidl, get a grip. Jacqueline Arnold says Riverford is all organic, which is probably why it's a little bit more expensive.
Yes, it is all organic, and I do like.
They're based in Devon. Aren't
yes,
they?
that's true.
Robert Brailsford says he chooses his own from Riverford, so you can, I suppose, get a standard box or choose. Yeah. Robert Croser says, does everyone have the spare income for the organic grown vegetables on a regular basis? I don't. And Jacqueline Arnold says, but I get an extra box. I get a box from a local greengrocer who started delivery in lockdown number 1. We get a box for 2 people, £8 veg and. Didn't finish. I'm guessing fruit
and some other stuff. And Robert Croser is an accountant who's loaded, and he's struggling with veg boxes. That's a shame. I don't believe him. I think he's got more money. He can put it against his accounts.
As well, if I can just come in there with the income, I think it's all about priorities and what you prioritise in your life. My husband and I don't eat out.
No.
We choose not to eat out. My husband is on a minimum wage. And I'm self-employed. We don't get an awful lot of income. Yes, I've just sold my small business, but we put the food that we put on our plates, we put as our priority.
I think you've hit. I mean, this absolutely. This is the thing that people don't realise.
We don't have haircuts. We don't have nails. We don't buy new clothes. So this is our priority.
Get the violin. Get the violin.
I've not been ill in 25 years. So something's working. And it's,
but you're right. The thing is, this is a book that Linda Kane bought me for Christmas, and it's a fantastic book called English Pastoral.
Yes, I saw that.
It's a really, really well worth reading. And one of the things that, and so many organic farmers will tell you this, it's not just because they're farming and it's their business, but I honestly believe that this is a thing.
Yeah.
That since the war, people no longer put food as the main priority. It's down on the list.
That's right.
It's your Sky or your Netflix or going out.
We don't have any of that.
Wine every evening. I mean, people drink wine every evening.
Exactly. Yes. How do they do it, and how do they afford it?
And then, and I'm sure somebody like Robert Croser, no disrespect to him, but I'm sure he's got Sky Television and all these other things.
Yes.
And a big flash car, and
probably the latest mobile phone at £50 a month.
Exactly. But food. I mean, this is the thing. The way that the fertilizer companies and the machine companies, the big corporations that put the pressure on the farmers to go down this route of farming intensively, turning traditional farms into factories. And what they do with pigs and cows and chickens is disgraceful. And you go down this road so that they've brought the price of food down so people think that's a realistic price. And when you think, is that really the price for a pig's life?
By the way, I'm not laughing about the content of what we're talking about. I was laughing because I was adjusting my legs in the
I didn't see you laughing at all.
Oh, good. Just in case everyone else saw me laughing.
So
or thought I was farting. I wasn't.
And that is the thing that we have as a nation, and probably as the Western nation, we have lost the sense that food, without it, if farmers go out of business, we're all stuffed. And if they don't grow good food, no wonder we're ill. People are getting dementia and heart conditions and all of that. I absolutely agree with you on all of that. So although you will get these flippant remarks of saying, well, can you afford it? Can you afford not to? That's
it. That's not. Well, we don't have any prescriptions, monthly prescriptions from the doctors because we don't visit the GP. So, we can afford to buy the powders and the vitamins because that's how we choose to live. We put our own health in our own hands and don't rely on anybody else to, to make us well.
Yes.
We're all responsible for ourselves, and I think if more people had that outlook, then it would be a better world, and the NHS wouldn't be burdened, to the amount that it is these days.
Yes, I know, absolutely. But it's not in the trouble is it's not in anybody's interest. That these big companies for everybody to be well, but they don't want people to be well. And at the moment, they're scaring them rigid with all this COVID nonsense.
Exactly, that's it.
So we're all being pushed on. We don't realise it, but we're all being pushed on by many different scenarios, storytelling, and fear. And,
exactly.
And it's bad. Anyway, we better move on. But thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you, and I'm glad I got through. But thank the guy who told me about the hash and the star for not
future reference.
My number. So I'll
Thanks,
remember
guys.
that. So
Yeah, you can.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for calling in, Nikki.
You.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, thanks, Julia. Take care. Thanks, Richard.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That was Nikki Newgrass. Yes, exactly. So, interesting debate that. Not everyone will agree, of course, and you're very welcome.
That's the beauty of society. We don't have to all agree, as long as we can all just keep cool and stay friends.
Yes, exactly. But it's worth, the thing is, it's worth having an open mind and just having the ears to listen with and go, well, maybe not. And no one's forcing anybody to change their mind, just saying open it. I think we'll have a little moment of change of pace now as we go to a video. So I thought we'd just run this one first of all. We have got a video from Nikki, but we'll come back to that a little bit later if that's all right. This is some sad news. I've got some sad news. Now, this is genuine, so I'm now putting on my sad face. You may remember that Mike Stevens has been a regular contributor to the show. And sadly, he was showing us and telling us about his lovely cat, Daisy. Well, I'm afraid to say, as it wasn't unexpected, but she hasn't made it to 2021.
No.
And I believe that she died, I think it was earlier today or last night. So very sad to hear that, because poor old Mike lives on his own with another cat now, but not a new cat, you'll see in a minute. But so this is the last outing of little Daisy. So
condolences to Mike.
Yeah, we're very sad about that. So what did you just crash?
I was doing an air hug and I dropped my bubble wand.
Yes, trust her with a knife. Anyway, here is Mike Stevens and Daisy and another one.
So here we have Daisy on the right, trying to get to sleep, and on the left is my other cat, Sunshine. His original name was Sooty, but I renamed him Sunshine as he brings sunshine into my life. Here they are, the dynamic duo here. Sunshine is 13 years old. I have him from when he was a little kitten. Had him from the Cats Protection League. I think he was shouted at when he was very young because he was very timid, but he's very gradually overcome that reticence he's had with people. Black cat with green eyes, very shiny fur, because I try and give him good food. There he goes. So it's bright light on Daisy now. They're both very intelligent cats. Daisy's not very well, as I've said before, and Sunshine was just keeping him company, but he's a bit scared by the light here. So that's Daisy. Let's see if I can get Sunshine again. Here he is. There's Sunshine.
There you go. That suddenly ended unexpected. Yes, thank you very much. Ah, bless. Lovely to see. So Sunshine is 13 years old. How long does a cat live generally?
Well, they can live up to 30, but that's quite rare.
Oh, right. So that's sort of, what's an average age?
I think an average is about 15 to 20.
Oh, right. Okay. So not not long.
No, not long really.
But it's I'm so sorry, Mike. That's a shame. But
I'm really glad that you've got these last few bits of footage of her, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's special. So
Absolutely.
thank you for
She's
sharing
been a star
those
of
with
your
us.
videos. I mean, not to outshine yourself, of course, but do you know what I mean? Everybody loves animals, and especially in internet things, and cats, and what's the other thing that goes well on internet programs? Dogs.
Puppies.
And puppies. Yeah, oh yes. So there we are.
Lots of condolences in the comments for Daisy and for Mike. Yeah, we're all thinking about you, Mike. I don't recall seeing him on. Is he in today?
Are you in, Mike? I don't know if Mike's actually there.
Oh, yes, there he is.
Yeah, there
this
he
was
is.
filmed yesterday.
It was filmed yesterday. Thank you, Mike. We have 109 people, all feeling the same. So that's it. My old cat was called Sooty, and also jet black in colour. I wonder what it is about black cats being called Sooty. It's like white cats being called Snowy. It's a bit of a thing. I might call my jumper Snowy.
So one of my cats, she's black and she's called Emerald, and everyone goes, "Oh, has she got green eyes?" No, she hasn't.
No.
Actually. What about Sapphire? Has she got blue eyes? Nope.
And what about Carrot Top?
What about Maisie? Does she have purple eyes? Because her name's actually Amazing Amethyst. No, her eyes are not purple.
No, we've done that to deliberately confuse you.
No, I just wanted to name them after precious stones.
Yes, nothing to do with what they look like. Why should they be? Otherwise, you can imagine if people did that with humans and you saw a little baby and we're going to call this
Snotface.
Ugly Sod.
That was a Rick Mayall thing, wasn't it? Right, Snotface.
Snotface.
Woo, cobwebs.
Yeah, he's no longer with us either, is
Nope.
he? Yeah, they're all dropping. We could see that, Mike. So sorry. Daisy was well loved. Yes, she was well loved, and that was lovely to see. TurboStream says, my avatar of my cat Sooty, I rescued her from work. She's
Still miss her to this day.
Yes. What was she? What work were you doing then that you had to rescue her from? Was she in, like, I don't know, a cat slaughterhouse or a
Badtaste.com.
Yes, badtaste.com. There must be a place called there. Goodbye, Daisies. Oh, Ian Dance. Now, I'm glad Ian's popped up because we...
Have we more photos, pictures?
Pictures.
Drawn pictures to look at.
Yes, Ian sent these a while ago, and we looked at some the other day. Do you may remember?
I may remember.
Good. Well, I completely forgot. And I keep forgetting because I mainly think about other things. But I have managed to... lose the email again.
Of course you have.
So I will look it up whilst you chat to people.
James, Wotan, says, "Hi Richard and Julia. Have you explored Hertmonser Castle?" I don't know if I...
Herstmonceux?
Yeah, castle chestnut trees. They are huge.
Oh, crikey. No, I haven't.
Where is that?
Herstmonceux is it's just off the A23, isn't it? Herstmonceux. It does sound like one of those things that newfangled things that when you do a New Year's resolution, you know, you're all going to get into some new art form. Herstmonceux. I'm going to do a bit of Herstmonceux.
Okay.
But it's actually a place after the very famous Hearst and his man Sue, who used to go in with a cup of tea at bedtime and say, "Hearst, man Sue, come here."
Near Hailsham on the A271. TurboStream says about Sooty. She was living rough at my printing works, and she used to sit on my lap at dinner time, so I took her home. Aww.
And nobody minded.
Well, I'm assuming she was relying heavily on the handouts. Otherwise,
can you imagine if you did that at, say, some wild safari park and say, "Well, this tiger just jumped on my car, so I took it home." Why not? Ian Dance has been in touch here, and he says, "Richard, do you want to say how much I enjoy your content? I thought I'd send you some drawings of the things I like to create and would love it if you could put them on the Vobes show." Of course, I wrote back, said, "No way, Jose." He said, "Also, could you give a shout out to Lance from Horsham? Yes, I can confirm that he is as nutty as a box of frogs. Please mention I said so." Lance said that. Ian said that, so it wasn't from my mouth. He will take that as a compliment. Well, let's hope so. There's probably now a legal battle going on. You could also say that I've been enjoying his company through the pandemic. Okay, he's been enjoying the pandemic all through his company. And that it has been a pleasure being able to take him out to visit some places you have visited on the Bald Explorer. Well, I'm very pleased to hear that. So here are the pictures that he's sent in. We'll whiz through them and you can decide.
Oh, very nice. Ornate lamp.
Ornate lamp on wall, I
On a
think that's
corner.
called. Yes, ornate lamp on wall, very nice. And I like the perforations down the side. The next picture is called Rubus frutilicious, and I imagine that's blackberries on a blackberry bush.
Yeah.
I would think.
Very nice.
But very tasty. Tasty. They're very, very... Remember bran flakes used to say, tasty, very, very tasty. They were
very tasty. No, have no idea what you're talking
blandest flakes you've ever had. This is another little house with smoke coming out of the chimney, and it looks very nice, and a wigwam at the bottom of the garden there.
And some sort of tree. I'm trying to remember what.
Lombardy
Birch,
poplar?
not birch.
Birch?
Poplar.
Poplar.
Yes, looks like poplar, doesn't it?
And I think this is the final one. I'm not quite sure. This is a bridge over the River Kwai, only to be blown up by Alec Guinness some years later.
That's cool. The picture, that is.
Yeah, the picture. And I think he sent also, if I remember rightly, some of his cousins, which were psychedelic, but I wonder where the hell they are. They're in my... Oh, look, you're reading my email list. Don't read my email list. It's cheeky monkey. So, yes, anyway, there were some other ones there. I'll have to find them for another show. Sorry about that. I was unprepared.
The Hurstmonceau Castle.
Oh, yes.
Or how do you pronounce it?
Hurstmonceau.
Bernie says it was named after a marriage that joined the De Hurst and the Monceau families after the Battle of Hastings.
We're very clever on this show.
And apparently it was home to the Royal Greenwich Observatory. There is one telescope still there to look up into space. Cool.
I suppose
the Isaac Newton telescope, says Bernie.
The Isaac Newton telescope. Now I'm going to show you a picture of Hurstmonceau. It's a tiny picture. It's actually a bit bigger than that, the castle.
Oh, my.
Oh,
my.
Well, I'd like a bigger picture. Is that a bigger one?
I thought you were going to say I'd like a bigger castle.
There we are. Look at that. That's very nice, isn't it? Hurstmonceau.
Stunning.
And it's a known fact that's built from bricks, 47 bricks, in a wigwam format. So, I've done it again. I must get out of the thing where you see the behind the scenes. You're not supposed to see all that behind the scenes.
Look, that's behind the scenes.
114 people now. 113. One of them just got a bit pissed off and has just gone, sod this. How many thumbs down have we got so far, ladies and gentlemen? Anybody know?
Let me see.
Have a look. Lovely Julie's going to
We
find
have
it.
3.
3 thumbs down. That's Mark. Can we make 5, please? We'd like 5 thumbs downs.
And 50 up thumbs.
Up thumbs. Stick your thumbs up. Looks like a Motsa Bridge in Bosnia, says Andrew Norris. Well, unless I went to the wrong place, definitely sounded like Monsiulu, what's his name, castle.
Hurstmonceau.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
James Bond. Sorry,
Bond.
I don't know how to pronounce your name.
James Bolg.
James Wotan is how my brain wants to say it.
Yes.
James Wotan. I heard the sweet chestnuts are the descendants of the trees planted after the Battle of Hastings.
Are they?
Quite probably.
Yes, they are foreign. The horse chestnut. Oh, sweet chestnuts.
Sweet chestnuts.
I think it's horse chestnuts that are they're the foreign-born ones. I think chestnuts are native, aren't they?
Yeah, the sweet
because
ones.
which are the ones the Spanish chestnuts? Or maybe that's maybe.
I think the horse chestnut was Spanish. I'm not sure. Don't quote me.
The time for a video. Oh, blimey, there's a bit of echo on that one.
Dave of yours says 47 bricks. You're pulling my Lego.
Very good, I like it. Let us go into, I think this is Canada. Wilf, I think it's in Canada, or at least where he was filming was in Canada. I got the impression. He went out on Boxing Day. I went out on Christmas Day and made a video, but he's gone out on Boxing Day and made a very lovely video. I thought we'd share it with everybody now.
Just wanted to share a gray and miserable day out here on the west coast of Canada. As you can see, it's very rainy, a little bit of snow the other day. So enjoy.
There we go. How about that? Sorry, I couldn't find the mouse to get to the screen. You don't understand it, but things go on in the background when you're not looking. Not those sort of things, but I have to move this so that Julia can see the video.
Yeah. I'm like this.
Otherwise she can't, because we've got, look, I'll show you what I mean. Hang on a minute. How do I do that? I go back in here and do this.
Find the right button.
Yeah, you see on this side of the screen, on there is where the videos get played. And on that side is where the chat
Comments
is.
are.
And that's a camera. And so when the videos go, I do that, but I often come up there and I move.
No, you're trying to move it on the
I move that over there so Julia can see it. So because I've already seen the videos, because I have to make sure that we don't get any of those naughty ones in. And then just before it ends, I shove it back there. And sometimes I didn't quite manage to do it in time.
But that was a lovely video. Thank you very much. I love the
yes,
sound of the rain.
Oh, I love the sound of the rain. And it looked cold, didn't it? And for a moment, I said to Julia, I said, he's not going to cross on that lake, is he?
On that ice.
On the ice, on the lake.
So there is no ice.
There is no ice. But no, it did, for a moment there, I thought, oh, it looked like it had all frozen over. But it was clearly melting at the same time. Lovely. Nice, crisp, and with all the foliage there, the green.
Yes, I was about to say the woody greenery.
And the moss. And you got those...
the fungi.
The fungi that, you know, whatever they're called, the ones that look like a million steps.
Yeah. I don't know what
I've got a book on
either.
fungi, but I find fungi difficult.
We need to take that out, don't we? Although now's not the correct season.
It's the end, isn't it? It's the
yeah.
end. I'm just looking up there because I thought there was a book on fungi up there, but
I don't see it.
Nope.
I see a fun guy.
Yeah.
Hey!
Very nice. Anyway, thank you, Wilf. Bracket says save of your.
Did you mean Bracken?
Oh,
Maybe.
Bracken. Is that
I
what you
don't
mean?
know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Smashing video. Vince Quill. Lovely video. What a lovely place it looks like. And I was just saying to Julia, I said, isn't it, you know, in Canada and America, everything is so wide because there's so much space.
Yeah, it's just so vast out there.
Whereas it's when you see American stuff.
Bracket mushrooms. Sorry.
Bracket mushrooms.
then.
Oh, there we go. Bracket mushrooms.
Thanks, Elfwald, for clearing that up.
Elfwald. Yes, there we go.
Sorry to interrupt you.
No, they're good, aren't they? So now we've learnt something on today's show.
Yep.
And Jackie Traynor says, great even. So that's good. We've got one more video to go, but let us open up the phone line in case somebody wishes to give us a phone call. Or, of course, you can use the modern technology of WhatsApp. Which we have installed on the phone. 07934746790 is the correct number to dial. 42130661149 is not the number. Don't get confused. Very easy. So we will just wait now.
Robert Crosser says Chicken of the Woods. Isn't Chicken of the Woods different? I thought it
Chicken
was
of the
bigger
Woods is...
and a slightly different colour.
And you can eat the chicken of the woods, as we saw in Fran and Rich on Floating Our Boat, showed us chicken on the woods.
He did.
And they had a bit of a trouble because they chopped the head off and it ran around the blooming woods for some time before they could catch it. Like a headless chicken of the woods.
Ian Dance says, well spotted, Andrew Norris. It was indeed the Mostar Bridge.
What was?
The bridge in the photo, the picture.
Oh, not the bridge over the River Kwai. Why would it be? Because I made that up. Oh, is that what it was? With the great big... I thought it was Tower Bridge.
Nigel Sutter says, having cycled in eastern Canada, I can confirm it's much bigger than England.
Is it? Only.
Well, if Nigel says it, then it must be true.
Only at the margins. Only at the margins. The rest of it, I'm sure, is very tiny. They got some small lakes, haven't they, in Canada? The Hudson, the Ontario, the Michigan, the Erie, and the Superior. Isn't it Michigan?
Michigan, isn't it?
Machine again.
His pronunciation thing.
Do you impress
again.
that I knew the lakes there?
Very nice.
Hudson, Ontario, Michigan, Erie, and Superior.
Yeah, well done.
Yes, very
More than
good,
I knew.
Mr. Holmes.
Carissa says he has had it in soup once. Gamey. I'm guessing the
What,
chicken
the chicken?
Of the woods.
Well, it would be because chicken is a gamey
Yes,
is a
but
vegetable, isn't it?
Mushroom isn't
Gamey.
a game.
It isn't a game, no, not like Tiddlywinks or indeed Ludo. That's a good game. Good game, good game. All right, my love. Let's look at the old floorboard. Had a soup once. You've just read that. Studied in
Sarajevo.
Ah, yes. 1999, 2000. Moster was close.
Moster Bridge.
Oh, Moster Bridge. Must go there at some point.
Station Master's Choice says Connecticut is nice. It's like a giant forest with buildings dotted around. Even the towns don't seem overly urban.
No, well, I imagine they've got the space to spread out all over the place, which is interesting. I remember reading a book. Does anyone remember that book written by an author?
Yeah. Andrew Norris says, I had it twice, Robert. Say me.
A walk in the... What was it called? A Walk in the Woods by... who's that? The travel writer who wrote a number of books. A Walk in the Woods, in which he's going through, some place. I don't even know if this is the same story. But there's a place in America where the oil underneath, or the coal, I think it's the coal, is a light, or it was a light. For years, it was just burning underneath the coal. Sorry, have we had a call?
No, it's a message on WhatsApp.
Yes.
On the studio phone.
Right.
Hi, Richard and Julia. We are currently watching you whilst tucked up in bed. You both make us chuckle very much. Lol. Nigel and Hayley in Eastbourne. Thanks.
Nigel and Hayley, it's lovely to hear from you. Thank you very much. Tucked up in bed, and quite right too, on a miserable night like this night is, and I'm glad that we're making you chuckle, which is great. Do send another message and we'll try and read it out. The town is still burning. Oh, here we go. What about Lake Titicaca or somewhere? I don't know. Titicaca, is it? Lake Titicaca, Lake Titicaca, what a lovely lake, oh, what a lovely lake. Lake Titicaca, never been there. The Appalachians, oh yes, that's right, writing in the Appalachians. Who was it? Bill Bryson, thank you very much. Everybody knew what I was talking about. Someone else from my town here, says Station Master's Choice. Silent Hill, where is it? The town is still burning, Penny Tyndall says. Gosh, isn't that amazing? I mean, that book was written something like 20 years ago, and it's still on fire. The coal under the ground is alight, and they've been unable to put it out.
Oh, yes.
It's a real place. It's a real thing.
Yeah.
Centralia, or something down there. Look at the bottom. I can hear her engaged now. Norris, congratulations. Oops, wrong samey person. Oh yes, that's right. A bit samey. James Watton says near Baltimore, and Stephen Edmund says Felix Court, like the advert TV, hasn't long left. I don't think we have since. I'll let you read that because I'm struggling.
Felix Court, like the advert TV, he hasn't got long left. I don't think we haven't.
You see, I've
since
struggled
Kitten
with it.
6 weeks old, he's black and white beautiful, but he's gone downhill big time. That is this year.
Felix Court. Who's Felix Court? Is that Felix?
I think Felix. They've got a cat called Felix, like the advert.
Right.
The Felix cat food advert.
Oh,
He hasn't got long left. Oh, I think they've had him since he was 6 weeks old. Kitten, black and white, beautiful, but he's gone downhill big time this year. That's how I tend to interpret that.
Yes, thank you very much,
may be wrong.
Stephen Edmund. I'm glad we managed to break the code. It was like being on the Enigma then, wasn't it? We were there sort of decoding English,
Just
which
because
is
that intelligent.
Yeah.
Penny Tyndall says they don't even try to put it out.
Do they know? I imagine, though, they must get free heat. They don't have an Essie, I guess, over there, and they just sort of go, I'll just go and get the fire lighter and come back with a shovel full of coal already alight. That would be amazing. Imagine you can just I'll just build a house over this bit and we'll have permanent, we'll just put the tank, a hot water tank, or a cold water tank, permanently hot, bringing hot water. Wouldn't that be great? You could just pump that round the whole town, presumably. Does anybody actually live there, though? That's what I want to know. Krypton factor. Yes, kryptonite. Shall we watch another video?
Yeah, let's watch another video.
This is Vicky Nootka. You may have heard of her. International famous...
Vicky Nootka.
Vicky, not Vicky. Did I say Vicky?
I think you did.
Yes, I could
I
have
doubt myself now.
I doubt myself most of the time. Hang on a moment. We need to go to the... And how the hell do I do this? Oh, yes, here we go. So, now Nikki is taking a walk around a place in Norfolk.
Today we've come for a wander around Walshingham. A lovely Russian Orthodox church which is sadly not open at the minute. It was built in the 1930s and the main user of it back in those days were the prisoners of war from a nearby camp. And this one looks like a house now. It looks like it's been converted. It's called the Friars Choir. Quire. No idea what that is. So many pretty cottages in Walshingham. And this street's called Friday Market. Friday Cottage, St Damian's, the Ark. That actually looks like it was a school because it says boys and girls on the other side. Church of the Annunciation. I like those tea light holders. And they've got the macabre star on the left hand side, the pilgrim shop for all your religious objets d'art and statuary. In the summer I bought a lovely triple hair ornament from here which represents the Tinner's hares, which are Cornish. So just walking up the main high street in Walshingham, and it's quite deserted today. It's Boxing Day. Still got a strange vibe to it, I must admit, but we're only 35 minutes away from this area, so we do come quite often. So I do apologise with this filming. It's the first time I've bought the new gimbal out with me, so I'm just testing it out today and I've not quite got the hang of it. But in here is where you access the Priory ruins, the garden and the woodlands to Walshingham Abbey grounds. And in the summer it's an absolute delight to walk through the woodlands, and the same with spring. And it's they have a snowdrop walk where people come from all around, and it's really, really beautiful and serene and peaceful. this is one of the many wells that this area has, wells and Walshingham. Lots of holy water sources at one stage, and a lovely holy scene, a nativity. And this little lane here, it takes you to the shrine of Our Lady. So this is one of the shrines that we have in Walshingham, because there's two main religions here, Anglican and Catholic. Nice to see other faiths being expressed as well. Here's some Buddhist prayer flags. So more views of Walshingham, and Anne Boleyn and Catherine of Aragon were frequent visitors here. And what else do I know? Walshingham is on the River Stewkey, which is spelt Stiffkey. So that's called Old Crown House, which was obviously a pub. So I'm now on Bridewell Street in Walshingham, and Walshingham's been a place of pilgrimage for centuries, namely because Richeldis, an 11th century noblewoman, had a vision from the Virgin Mary that she needed to build a church which was akin to a church in Nazareth called the Church of the Holy Family. So hence it's been a pilgrimage for many years.
What a lovely place.
Beautiful.
Lovely. Love those old buildings and all that architecture. Well, that's the same thing, isn't it? Love those old buildings and the architecture. How interesting. Lots of comments. Beautiful village, lovely buildings. Is there a Nelson connection there? That's interesting. Michael White says you have some stunning places where you lives, Nootka.
Not wrong.
Not wrong. And Station Master says, yes, Burnham. Last there in 1964, so forgive the bad memory. Not a problem. Great. Videos, Mindy, videos are long. I could have made a drink. Well, that's not very nice.
Who said that?
At home with Mindy. Videos are long. I could have made a drink.
Well, why didn't you?
Yeah, that's a bit mean. Some lovely buildings. I found a dead ampulla from Walshingham. What is a dead ampulla?
I don't know.
I found a dead ampulla.
A lead or a lead ampulla.
Oh, a lead. What is a lead ampulla?
Lead.
Lead.
As in the metal, I think.
Yes.
I don't know what an ampulla is.
Do tell us what an ampulla is. That would be nice. And lots of wood in them houses for your Essie, Richard, says Andrew Norrie. Oh, yes. We like a bit of wood in the old Essie. Blessy. Now, so thank you very much for that. Nikki also sent in another video which we're going to play on Wednesday's show. It's always nice to see different people's perspectives of places. So do get yourselves out and do more of that, everybody. Oh, lead guitar amplifier.
Or amphora.
Oh, do you mean amphora? I don't know what he's talking about.
But just to go back a little bit, Bernie made a good point earlier when we were struggling to read one of the longer messages. He says it's hard when we are not trained typists, as we have to type so fast or else the message appears too late. So, point taken.
Yes. Sorry, just meant you said 2 minutes, says Mindy. Oh, I know. I mean, I said 2 minutes, but people have been sending them in. I mean,
it's not so bad when it's when there's lots of things to see and do. It's constantly moving, but yeah, I mean.
You're welcome to send one in, Mindy. We love seeing your videos. So
yes, it's been a while since we've seen yours.
Yeah, definitely. Now, talking of things to be sent in, we were talking about pictures earlier, do you remember? And very kindly, Ian got in touch and said, it's not my email you want to be looking at. You want to be looking at Lance's email, him of the Mad as a Box of Frogs chappy. So I've got Lance's email here, and he says, Lance from Horsham here. Hope you're keeping well. I'm sending you some art that my cousin does. Psychedelic, apparently. You did say send them in. when you spoke to us on the show in December with the beautiful Julia. Hope you managed to remember the show on. Hope you remember to show these on the show. I think you and your followers will be blown away by his artistic flair. He got them in a second-hand shop in the 1970s. These flared trousers are love. Oh no, sorry, I made that up. Look after yourself, Richard. I shall talk again on your show in the new year. Be good. Merry Christmas. Kind regards from Lance Baby. So thank you very much, Lance Baby. So here is the psychedelic art. If I can work my magic here. This is interesting because this is the sort of thing I could imagine on a very nice ornate trinket box or something. You know, there's something. What would you say that conjures up to you?
Well, it's almost like a mandala, isn't it?
Oh, what? A mandala.
A mandala. I don't know what the definition of mandala is, but it's
what is it?
It's basically a pattern that radiates from the centre.
Oh, okay. Because I forgot. Yeah, you did art, didn't you, at college?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, a mandolin, eh?
I flunked it. I've done my whole way through life.
So this is that the same thing again, but slightly?
Oh yes, it's so that's the bit that was the mandala thing.
Yeah,
and then,
in the middle bit.
Yeah, that's lovely. And then there's a whole new picture around it.
There's people there swimming or doing some weird type of thing, and then animals in there, beetles and things.
All sorts of little things to look out for.
Yeah, I mean it's very foreign, Indian. Would you say Indian style?
Yeah.
Sort of that sort of. Where does India come from? Far East.
It's It's got almost
Eastern mystic.
Aside from the theme, but the some of the styles there kind of remind me of those Kama Sutra book, because obviously that's Indian and.
Isn't the Kama Sutra about different positions? How does that remind you of that?
Because of like I say, not the theme, but the
You've
style
got a
of
filthy
artist.
mind. Filthy. And what about this one then?
Wow.
There's a lot of mirror work going
It's
on.
almost like you're looking down on a room in a way, but then there's wow. There's so much to look at.
Yeah. There you go.
Trying to absorb it all.
It's a bit, in a way, they're a bit like those, remember those those ink blots that you used to get? I mean, more sophisticated than an ink blot, where it's been folded and mirrored, so you get those, you could make butterflies out of it.
Yeah.
You get some ink on a page and you fold it in half and you do that and you end up with effectively a butterfly. That's how
It's mirrored all four ways though, isn't it?
Yes,
Both ways.
it's like a kaleidoscope.
Yeah.
Do you remember the kaleidoscopes? Whatever happened to them? People are making comments here.
Bernie says ampulla and amphora are very similar things, but yes, ampulla is Roman, amphora is according to the dictionary. I just got out more dating back to the Neolithic period and after. Right.
What? But I still don't know what it is. Is it a club? Is it a stone?
It's a vessel.
Oh, it's a vessel. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Sorry, I didn't realise. I had no idea. Eyes wide shut, says Michael. Yes, a butterfly, says Tall Podge. Intriguing design, says Station Master Stuart. Nice artwork. And
Ross Arch.
Is that an artist?
Yes, it's the stuff where it's an optical illusion. So, for example, the stairwell.
Oh yeah.
So it
The
just
never-ending
looks like you're
stairs.
constantly, going up, down, but
Ah.
Ross Arch pattern. I don't know how to pronounce it though. How do you pronounce it?
I wonder how you even start to draw something like that.
I don't know. Lance's cousin did this. You say?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lance.
Clever.
How do you start that?
How do you start that? I mean, it's probably a misspent youth, isn't it? Dawdling. But I don't mean misspent in a negative way. In other words, you've been, whilst doing stuff that was a bit dull and boring, you've actually done something probably
Really interesting.
Yeah, really interesting. I think it's worth us showing you just one more time. So that was the third design. That was the second design. I quite like that with all those different animals and faces running around in a sort of circular fashion there. It's a bit like a mask as well, because you've got those two dots that look like eyes. Is it what you're supposed to interpret?
I don't know.
You know, that middle dot in the top there looks like one of those Indian blobs that they put on their foreheads.
Oh, the bindi.
Yeah, that's it.
Representing the third eye.
Yes, and that's similar. But actually, it's similar, but is it the same? That's the question. It is the same, pretty much. Wait a minute, it's got a cheeky little... what's this cheeky little thing here? The smiley thing there.
Oh, yes. Sorry, Vincent Quill. Psychological tests, Rorschach, and Escher is the staircases. I was thinking of Escher.
Ah, there we go. Yes, the psychological test. I don't know, I've lost the sodding mouse. Come back. Oh, where is it? There it is. I never quite understand how, you know, what you see in a blob of ink. I remember as a kid... I shouldn't really admit this, but as a kid, I had to go and see a psychiatrist.
Why shouldn't you admit that? No shame?
No, well, I'm not ashamed about it at all, but I didn't understand why I'd gone to see this bloke in this little office, and he made me paint things, and he made me paint houses, and then he'd say, put people in the houses, and I'd draw people, and he kept asking me, and said, are these people happy people? And of course, you think, oh yeah, I know why he was asking, because he was reflecting of your life. It was supposed to be, are you happy? Because that was when my mum and dad were splitting up, and my mum was an alcoholic, and all I could do was keep drawing pictures of bottles with teachers on them. And he soon got the message. He said, any chance you could nick some of those bottles and bring them in to me? I said, yeah, no problem, mate. Although I took them to the Coot pub and got my money back. I'm talking rubbish. Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to 9:30 in the evening, at which point we normally have to disappear back into our bottle before we run out of energy. It's been lovely to be out here playing again, hasn't it?
Yes.
And thank you for sending in all those different things. If you want to show us something unusual and different, art or videos or whatever, anything original, we love all of that, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Can't say that I always understand it because I'm a half-wit, but that half of the wit that is there is open all sides. So make of that what you can. Not MC Hammer. Robert Croser says, it's giving me a headache. Can't look at you. Don't have to. No one's asking you to.
Detailed doodle, says Dean Cooper. And Ron Langley says, Julia, the next time we see you will be next year. Yes, indeed. That's very true.
Yes. When do we run into... It's Friday, isn't it? That's the New Year's Eve show. No, wait a minute. New Year's Eve will be Thursday.
I need to check.
Yes, because it's the same day as Christmas. Oh, that much I know. So Christmas Day will be New Year's Day. That's Friday. So, yeah.
Of course.
That will be the same with me. The next show... What is it? Monday today?
Yes.
We've got a Wednesday show yet.
Yes.
Oh, we've got another. We've got the last Vobes show of the year coming up. Oh, and what a joyous show that will be. I'll have to think of some stuff to put in that one. I shall send you my artwork, Richard says, tattoos and tea dragons. Send that in.
Idea.
That would be lovely. And Vince Quill says, thanks, folks. Real groovy first half of the week. Excellent.
Nigel Sadler's birthday is Thursday. Happy birthday for Thursday.
Happy birthday. New Year's Eve. How it's been a hoot, says Michael White. That's good. Start of a new decade. Thanks, Richard and Julie, for another great show. Very kind. Thank you so much, everybody. A word from Eric before we go. Eric, what did you think?
Well, sir, I thought it was lovely, sir. Thank you, sir.
Marvellous. Good old Eric. That's marvellous. And Dave's yours has already fallen asleep. Mine is on Saturday. Says everyone's having their birthday. Look at that.
Happy birthday for Saturday, Audrey.
Happy birthday, all of you. Happy birthday, all of you. Happy birthday, all of you. When it comes, eat the stew. That's it. It's a nice little song, wasn't it?
Well, have a lovely New Year's Eve.
Yes.
Everybody, and I'll see you next year.
Ah, yes. See you next year. Lovely Julia. Take care. Meanwhile, have a good one. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow in one form or another. Tutty bye.